Hi, housemates. How are you all doing? Let's recap the special task that I gave you now that Christmas is coming. The core values I assigned were caring and respect. With this, you should have done the following: define caring and respect, give its relevance on personal life, family, academic life, career, workplace, and the society or nation. I wanted you to reach out to as many people as possible because this does not only teach you about caring and respect, but it also makes you feel and understand its importance. Let's see what you have prepared.
The thing about love is I never saw it coming. It kinda crept up into me by surprise. And now there's a voice inside my heart. It's got me wondering, is this true? I wanna hear it one more time. I'm moving a little closer, take it to a whisper. You're just a little louder. Say it again for me, 'cause I love the way it feels when you are telling me that I'm the only one who blows your mind. Say it again for me. It's like the whole world stops to listen when you tell me you're in love. Say it again. The thing about you is you know just how to get me. You talk about us like there's no end in sight. The thing about me is that I really wanna let you open that door and walk into my life. I'm moving a little closer, take it to a whisper. You're just a little louder. Say it again for me, 'cause I love the way it feels when you are telling me that I'm the only one who blows your mind. Say it again for me. It's like the whole world stops to listen when you tell me you're in love. And it feels like it's the first time that anybody's ever
So, to care for other people and to respect other people, I should do that first before I touch.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned about the values of caring and respect. I think it's an important value that especially the young people today should, I think, develop and maintain. Because I think first of all, it starts off in the family. And if it is well founded within the context of the family, later on, I think the values from the home can be brought out to the different areas, like for example in school. But also I think it also is assisted by the community in the school, by the teachers, those in authority. I think they can also help mold the students to develop the same values. And I think that's one thing we're somewhat missing nowadays, because our society is somewhat focused on being egoistic and self-centered. I think being concerned with others, with not so much only being concerned with what we do and what affects us, but also being concerned with the people around us. Of course, our family and our friends, and by extending that spirit of care and concern, I think we can build a better society.
How about your personal view regarding respecting other people and caring for other people?
It is part of human relations, is it not? If you are not respectful, caring, and considerate, no? Therefore, how can you be successful? You will be a loner. Is it not? Because one of the criteria of being maturity, no? To being mature. Because a person to be successful should be mature, no? Is what? To be able to adjust to people, to places, and to things. If you're not able to adjust to these things, you will have a hard time in life and you will not be mature, no? Because people, our character, our psychological properties, etc. are different, no? If you always think yourself as the best, you will be a loner, no? Therefore, adjust, no? Kung corny, try to be understanding, no? Kung mayabang, wag mong suntukin, no? Hindi ba? You just try to adjust. Is it not, by experience, no? You try to adjust to your friends. No? Kasi iba-ibang moods natin, so people, places, no? For example, no? You are assigned to a certain place, no? Suppose you are an official, a banker, whatever, or even a priest, no? You are assigned to different places, no? Suppose you are so attached to one place, no? Itatransfer ka sa kabila, you will have a hard time, no? So, try to adjust to a person. Because even as a student, suppose you are studying now in Manila, later on you will take your doctorate or your master's in Europe. If you're not able to adjust to Europe, no? Palagi na lang kanin, hindi ka marunong kumain ng bread, you will have a hard time, you get the point. And not to mention the climate, no? So you're able to adjust, no? So, then, things, is it not? To adjust to things, mean to say, people place things, events, for example, no? Why do we complain now? Ang init-init na naman, no? Ayaw mong lumabas. That is part of the game kasi sometimes it is maulan, sometimes it is mainit, sometimes it is cold, we should be able to adjust. Otherwise, since we did not create the world, no? We should adjust to the world. If we created the world, we can say, oh, when you wake up, I want it to be sunny, then it will be sunny. But unfortunately, we didn't create the world. Therefore, to be mature, to be happy is to adjust. That is the only way. To show reverence and obedience to the Supreme Pontiff and their own ordinary, you see. So, if you are a priest or a religious, no, it's obvious na in your life, no, that you are expected to be obedient and respectful. No? Both of them, no, not obedient and not respectful, but respectful and obedience together, you know. This is prime consideration. That's why the young seminarians, no, they are already trained for that, di ba? So, one of the criteria, for example, for a seminarian to be ordained is that, no, they should be obedient, docile, etc. Kung matigas ang ulo mo, huwag ka na magpare, no? Mag-macho dancer ka na. You get the point? So, for us, no, it's very important because, for example, before you are ordained, no, you are required to submit documents, no? And another thing is, you are the superiors, no, are required to report concerning your deportment, no? And one of them is this one, that you are reverent, obedient, no, and respectful, etc. So for us, hindi problema yan, kasama yan.
When you talk about caring and respect, you think about others more than, of course, yourself. When I was still playing, of course, when you think about caring and respect, you think about your teammates. I was always my position as a player was a point guard when I was still playing. So I would always think of my teammates and my team first before myself. So when I was playing, I would always make my teammates look good first, or think of my teammates scoring first before myself. So in that way, I think that's caring and that's respect as a basketball player.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, you're welcome.
I joined the Ateneo Student Catholic Action, or ATSCA, from 2009 to 2011. And our normal advocacies include teaching the kids from the community, joining different advocacies. Like, I remember one time, the issue regarding the use of air sprays in Mindanao, how it will affect the different farmers. I remember we were part of that movement to stop that kind of then for teaching the children in the community, we would always go there every weekends to tutor young kids. It's not really just interacting with those young kids because when we go to their communities, we also interact with their entire family. So it's really nice to be able to go out of your comfort zone, to be able to interact with people from different backgrounds, different statures in life. You get to know yourself more. You get to know your strengths, and you get to see reality. Because caring is being able to go out of that comfort zone, going out of your shell, trying to help others, whatever his or her background may be. Respect is being able to look them in their eyes and being able to treat them as treating them normally as how you would treat your close friends, your family.
We went to a Muro Ami community in Batangas. And ironically, even if they're near the beach, they don't have a source of clean water. So prior to going there, we invested in a poso to be installed. And we also had a set of activities and ideas for the moms on what they could do for either a sustainable livelihood. Our prof was so happy with our immersion that he wanted me to replicate it for his second semester classes, which I was very excited to do because I knew that one visit to the community is not enough. If we want them to have a sustainable livelihood, it can't be taught over one weekend. So I was happy that in the second sem, there were students to follow up with how the community is doing. Care for someone, you also respect them. We went there without prejudgment. We came there as we were all equals in our eyes. We didn't have any discrimination towards the community.
When you're close to tears, remember someday it'll all be over. One day we're gonna get so high. Though it's darker than December, what's ahead is a different color. One day we're gonna get so high. At the end of the day, remember the days when we were close to the edge and wonder how we made it through. And at the end of the day, remember the way we stayed so close to the end. Remember it was me and you, 'cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. You will always keep me flying high in the sky of love.
So, housemates, what have you learned from the task?
When you care for someone, you make a difference in the world with kindness. Big Brother, the task experience stands out for me because I have seen the pain and hurt in the eyes of the patients. It has been an eye-opener for me because I wanted to help them so badly in every way that I could. I'll try my best to visit them sometime. My everyday goal now is to put at least one smile on the person's face.
For me, care is giving something. Something can be your time, money, effort to someone without expecting something in return. Just like what we did at Ditala, we give people our time. When you touch them, you can see in their eyes that they're so thankful that you are there, you give time, effort, and then having that Rosie, as if most people find them kadiri or, I mean, ew, like that. But when you touch them, you can feel that as if they don't want to let go of your hands. So for me, respect is being fair to them, treating them as a ordinary person, not someone special who has some contagious disease.
Hi, Big Brother. For me, respect comes from within. First, you need to respect yourself before you can respect other people. Caring is a means of showing concern to each other or one another, and going beyond your comfort zone to assist them and understand them. And for me, as a next step, after learning and doing all these tasks, I learned that we should be first aware of the issues around us, because how can we care if we don't know that other people are suffering? For example, in the Talalep Rosarium, I didn't know that there was a place where we can visit and take care of the lepers.
Even if it's a small gesture, it counts. So in both respect and caring, I felt care and respect from my group mates because they were considerate enough to work with my schedule and to accommodate my last minute changes, and I'm very thankful for it. And I think everyone who shows respect or who gives respect and cares for someone should be appreciated more. So we should be grateful for the people who show us respect and care for us.
So for me now, I think respect is something that is valuable and everybody deserves it. Respect is something that is money can't buy. And I think respect is blind. It doesn't differentiate whether you're poor, rich, black, white, female, or male. I think everybody is entitled to it, kuya. And for our caring, I think caring is our responsibility. Like, if no one will care enough, nothing will get better. And every one of us is the product of caring, right? Like how our parents took care of us. Imagine that value, caring. It creates us something that is beautiful. So from now on, kuya, I think I will uphold these two values, respect and caring, much more. Thank you, kuya.
So, Big Brother, about respect. Respect is very hard to define, but you feel like you know it, but when asked, you can't define it for some reason. So with this experience that I had, I've learned a lot of things about respect, how you treat others, how you present yourself. I respect you. I respect my co-housemate. To summarize, respect is equality, treating everyone equally, and that's it. That's all.
Congratulations, housemates. You have won the task and you've passed BookScom. All of you have made it to Big Six.